Okay, now the next one is China, Hong Kong, when he's talking about was he in Tiananmen Square or not.
Right.
And he said, were you there or were you not?
Right.
And what do you want to look for in that?
Oh, I'm going to look for the things that tell us we know he wasn't there. And this, I'll put all my money on this. And we're going to see fear, we're going to see panic, we're going to see shame. And the grief muscle as well. So we'll throw, everything's in this one.
All right, let's take a look and we'll listen.
You said you were in Hong Kong during the deadly Tiananmen Square protests in the spring of 1989. But Minnesota Public Radio and other media outlets are reporting that you actually didn't travel to Asia until August of that year. Can you explain that discrepancy?
Yeah, well, and to the folks out there who didn't get at the top of this, look, I grew up in small rural Nebraska, town of 400, town that you rode your bike with your buddies till the streetlights come on, and I'm proud of that service. I joined the...
Yeah, as that head goes sideways, that's panic, because he's not sure how he's going to defend this. He knows the question's coming, so he's got something ready, but it's not coming out the way he thought about it. So he's got inner dialogue going on. He's thinking about it. That's why I see that head turn, those eyes get really, really wide. I know what that looks like. That's what's happening there.
Yeah, and you see the grief muscle again here.
Yes. Oh, yeah, the upside-down horseshoe right there. And the rest of this is panic. We see his eyes doing this. That's panic. And this, yeah, I know. And these up here, usually we look at that and we say, oh, that's disgust or whatever. But this is a panic mode. See how his head's coming forward and his chin is up like that? He's trying to get that out as fast as he can. And this is one of the only illustrations we see from him as he's talking. And this is the one that's come out further from his body than anything else, because he's trying to make sure I want you to believe me. You got to believe me. That's what we're seeing, the panic here in that. Wide eyes, grief muscle, and everything's far out.
Let's finish the clip here.
Guard at 17, worked on family farms, and then I used the GI Bill to become a teacher, passionate about it, a young teacher.
You said
Okay. You know, I spent a lot of time, as I said, in the litigation arena preparing witnesses. And we always prepared witnesses to tell the truth effectively. We never prepared them to lie or spin, just tell the truth effectively. And don't you agree that if someone asks you a question and you want to be persuasive, you should answer the question first and then explain it? Like, were you there last night? Yes. Let me tell you why. As opposed to, were you there last night? Well, you know, wait a minute. Were you there or were you not? Don't you want to hear the answer up front? And the question was, you said you were in Tiananmen Square during that showdown, and were you or weren't you? Well, I was born in Nebraska in a town of 400, grew up on a farm, eating corn or whatever.
As you know, we call that chaff and redirect. He gives out a lot more information, hoping that your brain will follow that information and not ask any more questions and forget what you're talking about. That's why when you're asking a question, they go, well, listen, here's what really happened. When I get up in the morning, I eat toast every day. And they start talking about something that has nothing to do with what the answer is.
And my point is, would it have been better off if he had said, no, I wasn't, and I said I was, let me explain. I took student groups over there probably 30 or 40 times 35 years ago, and I remember this being a really big deal, and I just got it confused timing-wise. Bad mistake on my part, I apologize. Next question. Would that have been a better response? But then we wouldn't have known where he was born.
That's true. That's true.